Hello everyone. How's it going? Hope you're all doing good. Happy Friday. Ah.
Hello Coffee Sweet a whole 16 months.
Oh no, it's like a double whammy.
Abysmal love.
Hello Alaskan. Thank you so much. How are you both? I'm assuming you like timed that. Thank you both so much. I appreciate it a lot. How are you? How's your week's been? It's nice to see you guys. Also, look at those streaks. Waiting for you to talk, I guess Alaskan was as well. You're just too in sync. I'm good, just making myself some food. I messed up my hours. Oh, what food are you making? Right, where's Steam? I figure we'll just do more Dorfromantik today. Just have a week of pure, like, tile placing, and then we'll, do a Kami next week. And maybe, like, come back to this when we need a chill game. Oh, French bread pizza. I don't think I've ever had that myself. I'm assuming you mean like a baguette with sauce and stuff on it. Yeah. It looks nice because I like pizzas with like crust on them. My mum doesn't eat the crust on her pizza and it makes me mad every time because that's like my favorite part. Clearing out amusement parks in Fallout? Ooh. I'm assuming you haven't died and lost all your stuff yet. Right, let's open the game. There we go. Should we... I don't know, should we maybe start a new general game and try and get more tiles? Because last time we earned a few different tiles and we filled out here and up here, I think. I'm not sure if I like this track yet. We might change that in the future. But yeah, I think we'll go classic mode. And then start a new one. But yeah, what were you guys up to this week? Did you do anything interesting or just a usual kind of week? That's a mean piece. That's... I'm already regretting my decision to go classic mode. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, we'll start a field over this side. And we'll start a forest on this side. Just a usual kind of week for me. That's fair. Oh, I updated the favorite because in the evenings I've been playing Red Dead Online with a friend, and I've had a lot of fun with it. Don't know what to do with this. Maybe put it there, but no, I'll put it there. Sure. Sure that, yeah, that, Oh, I forget Final Fantasy has a, an online game. I forget that exists. Have you been playing it recently, or is it kind of on the back burner at the moment? I'll try that. Oh, I can't even connect that there. Okay. That's fine. Oh wait, I can connect it off that bit. Okay. Used to be Warcraft, but they messed up the storyline so bad. Aww. A lot recently, I got all 8 of my crafters to level cap and 1 out of 3 gatherers. Okay. I'm like only just starting out in Red Dead and I'm already like very, very confused. My friend played it on console and she like has moved over to PC and we're both kind of getting to grips with it as we go. It's been very chaotic. My horse has died once. We've been like shot at by random people when we're trying to do like wagon missions. I got pulled off my horse. We nearly got eaten by alligators. It's been fun though. Maybe I could put that there and connect it later. So I can't add that to this at the moment. That's pretty cute. Oh, I shouldn't have put that there. I don't know why I put that there. Okay. I don't think I should do that because then the river piece is gonna block all of this, which I want to put fields in. I could put it there. That might kind of work out. Maybe. We'll find out. And then I could put that there. Sounds like fun. It's a lot of fun. I find it really hard to remember all the controls because there's genuinely like so many. And the first time that I logged on to the game, I went up to my horse because I wanted to pat my horse or feed it or something. I can't remember. And I saw the prompt in the bottom corner, and to me, it looked like it was a left click to like go into the menu. And apparently left click is a punch. So I kind of accidentally punched my horse in the face. And I felt awful. So that was rough. And then she got like run over by a carriage later on in the day. It was just a lot. Thankfully I had insurance on her, so I could just go back to the stable and get her back. But for a second I thought I just lost my horse forever. It was a very rough beginning to like come back to the game with. Oh, I forget that. Okay. Put it there. I just need like a piece with 2 fields, not 3. So that's what you did for a tenner? Yep. That's that. Barden will literally never let that go. Never ever. So I can't even remember who was around at the time for that. And the funny thing is that it's not even that I did it for a tenner. Everyone always mixes it up. And I'm done explaining. I'm just gonna let them think it was for a tenner. Because it wasn't even for that much. It was for channel points. Is that what you did? I'm not even gonna explain. It's so far in the past. If Varden wants to dredge it up, then so be it. Oh, wait. Oh no, I can't put that there anymore. That would have been good for over here. Maybe over here then. That doesn't work. Where can I put this? Oh, maybe that kind of works. Okay. Oh, jeez. That's a mean piece. Maybe there. I'm not gonna think any different of you. You're still very nice and kind towards me. I would hope so. I make it sound like it's this absolutely terrible thing when far worse things have been said. See, I don't know if I want to put that... I guess I should, like, put it near the fields. There's trees, and I feel like I need to use the trees as well. Maybe we'll have a bit of a forest. No, but that seems a waste of these pieces. Maybe I'll just put it there. And I think that's gonna have to live there. There's nowhere else with houses in the field. Okay. Oh, that's a funky piece. What is that? Oh. Oh no. We could maybe put it there? Because I think I can still connect. Yeah, okay. Ooh. Wait, why can't because it's too small of a corner. Okay. We could maybe put it there? Sure. I still need like a two-piece bit for this before I connect it. Which is annoying because that would go really well there. We'll check it there. Or maybe... Oh man, I don't know. I'll put it there. Okay, that's a single piece. Maybe... See, I can't really do that, I don't think. Well, maybe I could. I could put like two single pieces attached to it. And then connect it. We do have enough sides for that. Maybe I'll do that. So I don't think I'm getting the right piece anytime soon. Speaking of right pieces, I have nowhere to put this. I guess over here. I'll try that. Have you guys got any plans for the weekend? How many days is it until that tournament, Ellie? Sorry, my brain is a sieve. Oh, here we go. So we could do that and then hopefully get a piece that connects this together. Like that. Okay. And then just more fields, I guess. My plan is to play more Fallout 4. I feel like your entire existence right now is just Fallout 4. Is October 2nd. Okay. I want to connect these houses, but I guess I could put that there. Yeah, that works. Maybe put that there. Another deer. And then maybe that goes there instead. No, it doesn't feel right. Maybe that? Or even that? Eh. Try that. Oh, it's a ruler piece. Oh no. Okay. I could, in theory, put that there, because I have a water station, like, in the queue. So I could put it either there or there. Ideally over here because the track's on this side. I mean, I could put it there. And then maybe get another station here. And hopefully get a connecting piece here. I mean, it might work out. I'll give it a go. And then I would need... about there, I guess. Okay. Hopefully my plan is to level cap my last two gatherers, which require 4.5 levels each. Okay. What are gatherers? Are they like a certain class? I was very pleased the other day because I reached level... God, I think it's 300 if you have 3 stars in Overwatch, right? I think. I can't remember how it works. But I got to 100 with like 2 stars or something. After a very long time getting there. My go-to game when I want a mindless level and shoot things. That's fair. Miners, botanists, and fishers. Oh, that's neat. Let's have a stretch break. That's pretty much what I want to be in Red Dead, to be fair. Like, I just want to go around and like pick plants and chill out. I don't want to like go around breaking the law and robbing things. I just want to chill out. My friend is very chaotic and just wants to loot and shoot. she's not a good influence in Cowboy Land. I think so far we've only freed like 2 prisoners though, so it's not too bad. We've mostly just been like wandering around on our horses, finding plants and things, and I can't remember what they're called, but there are like these missions where you escort wagons, and it's kind of stressful but mostly nice because you just like follow a path and protect the wagon. Sometimes people shoot at you, not all the time. I'm surprised I haven't died yet, to be honest, because I've been shot a lot. Oh. Why does this music sound so familiar? Oh! Wait, is that what I'm thinking of? It blew. I swear I can't type anymore. I just can't type words. Did anyone else here play, I think it's Mickey Mouse World of Illusions? I loved that game so much. That was such a good game. I used to play it with my brother all the time. And, we always got stuck on the minecart level. Oh god, and this- oh, the spider. Oh, the spooky spider boy. Man, I want to play that game again. I'm feeling so nostalgic now. Never heard of it? Oh, I really loved that game. It was fun. Oh, have we seen any new images yet? Also, I should pay attention to these. There's 20 field groups with at least 10 fields in total. That's a lot of field groups. Okay. Score 50 perfect placements in total. I mean, we're getting there with that. That we might be able to do. Right, we need to aim for perfect placements. Just gonna get tricky. I don't want to like cut off the house, but there's not many places I can put it. This music is reminding me of Micro Machines. It absolutely is not, but the little that part is reminding me of Micro Machines. Hey Diana, how are you? How's your week been? Is that a new sub badge or have I just been blind? I feel like it's not been very, like, apparent in chat maybe, because a lot of people have been like, oh, is that new? It's been there for a while, but I don't think it's been in chat necessarily, because it's just not had people to show up on. So it's kind of new, kind of not. I still need to change the outline on it. I keep forgetting. I'm gonna write on my hand. If I can get the pen to work. Come on. Really? Are all my pens dead? To be fair to the pens, I have had them since college, which is a very long time ago now. I shouldn't blame the pens. Maybe this time? Ah! There we go. Badge. Okay. Oh no. It's a specific one. Okay. I can work with this. I could put it there maybe? And then connect it later? Okay, perfect placements. Oh boy, it's hitting me with all the funky pieces now. What do I do with that? Oh boy, okay. Hey Varden, how are you? How's your week been? Gonna start my assignment that's due in 2 weeks, so half luck? No worries, it's nice to see you. Thank you for the luck. I hope your assignment goes well. BRB, no worries, Diana. See you in a little bit. Oh, I could put it there? Well, I'm kind of wary of connecting that in case I get a specific quest for the tracks. I guess I can just start it in a new place if it needs to. Okay, yeah. We'll just do that. And that. And that. What do I do with this? I'm not really sure. See what happens. Okay, let's take that in this direction. Maybe I can bridge these houses across. Does that work? Kind of. I could do that because I can still connect it. And then it completes the thingamajig. Yeah, okay. That's not ideal. And the slightest. I guess that works. Doesn't bode well for this house really, but I'm trying to get good placements. Oh, that's a specific one. Maybe you go chuck it over here. That works pretty well, right? Yeah, okay. Are there any yield? I guess we could maybe do it though. I feel like I should think more like when I place things, but I also don't wanna. I just want to place things. We'll see what happens. That over there. I love the music from Sega games. If you had to pick a console that had like the best music in general for games, what one would you pick? I think I'd have to go for Sega. Eh. Do I do that or do I put it there so that's connected at the very least? I feel like I could wait until I have a better piece for that though. Kinda works, but the house is in the way. I might just chuck it there. Bring that out that way. I'm gonna try and complete this. And then maybe seal it off before we add to this part. I'm trying to get the 100 houses thing from this. We might be able to connect it. Maybe. That there. There we go. That works. Ooh, 2 perfects. Some of the Sega soundtracks are awesome. They are. And they're very catchy. I don't really know what to do with this river right now. Maybe just take it up. Trying to be careful about where I place the trees because I want them to line up well. I will use that piece down here. So that's got trees on it, so we'll maybe put this here. That could maybe go there. Is there anywhere else that could... Not really. Okay, we'll put it down here. Um, why is this so tricky? Try that. No. It's even crazier when you think of the older games and how little space they had on the cartridges for making soundtracks. Yeah. The video that comes with this playlist, I think it shows like all the different like channels or tracks or whatever that they use to make the noises, which is kind of neat. I could entirely be wrong about that, but I think that's what it is. Oh. Would that work? Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's fine. That would kind of work. Maybe I should put it over here. Wait, is there any other field that needs second? No, I think I'll put it up there. So I think I'm gonna veer these two bits of forest off and then like rejoin it up here. That can live over here maybe? Or over here. Maybe that. That there. I mean that kind of worked. Oh. Excuse me. And I wouldn't really know where else to put it. Yeah, sure. I think that might work because I could connect those there and then connect this other house like along there. That's a funky piece. I might just have to chuck it up here. Not ideal, but I want to get this done as quick as I can so then I can shut it off. Okay, that one wants houses. Maybe... that should work. Oh, stretch break. Ow. This way you can make like a soundtrack. Oh, my bone's cracking. Okay. I guess it's not my bones cracking, it's like the air popping between the joints. But same difference. I could put that there. It's not perfect, but it's better than putting it elsewhere, really. So I'm just waiting for a station to put there. Okay. Okay. Hey Diana, welcome back. Rocky bought me a big brownie. Oh, I'm so jealous. I love when you go to a cafe or something and get a brownie and it's just like all gooey and oh, perfect. I'm gonna get fat. I've gained weight for the first time in like years. It's probably a good thing. It's also so odd because my weight literally never changes. Is that gonna get in the way if I put that there though? I guess I've already kind of condemned that house to be very, very lonely. Sure. Sure. Is no good. It's not the best. I could put it there. Maybe the house doesn't have to be so lonely. But I'm trying to get perfect placements and that is not perfect. I mean, that's not perfect either, to be fair. Sure. Oh, that's really annoying. It looks like a mushroom though. That's cute. Same. I wasn't very active between getting to France and starting school and I was eating poorly. And for the first time ever I actually noticed a bit of weight. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's because of when I was feeling rubbish from the vaccine, like I literally just did not do anything. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it. Probably not a bad thing, yeah. I don't think I'm underweight, but I think my mum's always worried. Like, she has a thing. I think she's worried that if I weigh myself, I'm gonna develop like a complex. When I literally just want to check my weight to make sure that it's like consistent. So whenever I get the scales out, I can just feel her judgment and worry of like, oh, don't develop an eating disorder. I'm wondering if I should just move it into my room or something. So I just want to keep an eye on my weight. Not an unusual thing. We're just gonna have to chuck this over here, maybe? Or... I don't want to, like, branch out too far. I'll put it there. I need to add to this, but I also don't want to, like... I guess that kind of works. Yeah. Pieces are getting trickier. Try that. I hope this isn't weird to bring up. Feel free to tell me to stop, but yeah, I'm the same. Excuse me. I don't have water, so I'm just getting more croaky. For a long time while I think I was borderline underweight, though I don't think it was very obvious. I also like weighing myself mainly because I'm curious. Yeah. I checked my BMI online a fair amount, but I know BMI isn't the most reliable thing. So I don't really know how to check what a healthy weight is for myself otherwise. I'm just kind of assuming it's fine. But yeah, I'm not concerned that I've gained a little bit of weight. It's not even that much, to be fair. Hi Toast, how are you? How's your week been? Who says Dorf? Oh no. That's gonna like be in my brain every time I play the game now. I sometimes notice that I should be careful just in case I do it too much and it does indeed become a complex for me. That's fair. Every time I do it, it's kind of just to make sure it's vaguely the same. And make sure it's not like fluctuating, because that's a bad sign, right? If your weight is like in peaks and troughs. I personally never weigh myself because I'm scared of it becoming a complex or giving me bad self-esteem. Just want to quickly chime in before continuing with studies. That's fair. That's understandable. I do feel like there's like a lot of weird feelings around like weight and stuff with people. Which is fair, because society for some reason has deemed like that it's such an important thing. When I feel like for me, my weight is mainly just like a health thing. I want to reach that, but I don't want to stray from what we're doing right now. Because we're kind of... Maybe we can reach it. I don't know. This doesn't look like 100 houses yet, so we might be able to kind of bring it all down this way and join it up. Though if it turns out to be like a river piece or something, that's not gonna go well. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, we need like 11 more. And then we can get whatever this is. Just starting the slow work of reading and collecting my thoughts on the subject. I think that's usually like my favorite part of studying. And I have like 25 different tabs open, hopping between everything, noting down the important stuff. Also, the weight limitations here aren't logical and ignore individual aspects. Okay. I know, like, the main thing we use here is the BMI scale, which is, I think, the body mass index, but from what I've heard, it's really not that reliable, in terms of, like, individual aspects as well. Sucks that weight can be such a touchy subject for people, like weight can be muscle or fat, yeah. I feel like there's like a lot of importance put into the subject when really it should just be like a health thing. And like even then it's hard to judge health purely on like weight. Even if it oh my god, I need to get water soon. Even if it is fat, it's not a bad thing. Yeah. As long as it's not too much, yeah. Like as long as you're trying to like look after yourself in some capacity, I think it's okay. My wife is on the heavy side, but she's healthy. It bugs the hell out of doctors whenever she goes to the hospital. See, that's what I mean, like, sometimes it just doesn't correspond. And I think that's like the main issue. Like, people see heavier people and they think, oh, they're not looking after themselves, when that's just how they are and they're fine. Hey Roggy, how are you? How's your week been? Someone's about to eat vegetables for the rest of the month? I need to do the same. I haven't been eating very well either, to be honest. It's because we've had like weird family stress stuff and we just haven't had like normal meals and stuff. And I still don't feel like I have enough energy to make like legit meals. I've just been grabbing whatever I feel like that's in the cupboard, which is not ideal. Ah, I have a question. Then does anyone else here sometimes use a fork to eat Oreos? And I know that sounds odd, but if you know, you know. I'm kind of curious if anyone else knows about this. I know for a fact my upper body is disproportionate, so it makes weight tricky. Okay. You just gave me a brownie. This is true. I'm getting mixed messages, Robbie. BMI is not super reliable? Yeah. I love scrolling down just to see all those dots, Roggy. I'm just wondering if anyone else has heard about forks and Oreos. I don't eat Oreos because Oreos are nasty. Wow. I see how it is. Can't just say you don't like them. that's not your thing, they're nasty. I'll go, I am nasty for eating the nasty Oreos. You just don't like me, huh, Bud? I read an article about the Thor in Ragnarok, Chonky. I don't know why that I'm useful. Just the just the chonky in brackets. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Actually is a very good representation of a very strong man, which I thought was interesting. Yeah, whenever you see like, oh god, what's that competition called where all the really hench dudes just lift heavy things? Whatever that is, you don't see like all the muscle and stuff, because that is like the way you build muscle for show and the way you build muscle for like strength is different, right? Or is very well done. The design looked cool from what I saw of it. I know what you mean, Abby. I've seen it, but I don't do it myself. That's fair. I don't do it all the time, but it's very useful. For anyone who hasn't heard of it, basically you get a fork and then you like skewer the Oreo on it. Like you put the fork tines through the filling, and then you can dip it in the milk, like the whole thing, instead of like trying to hold it and dip it and then dip the other half. It's very useful if you do like Oreos and dunking them. She'll go in for strep throat and ask for some treatment for her sore throat. The doctor will be like, well, you're overweight, so let's check your thyroid and cholesterol and everything but your throat. And then when everything comes back as healthy and as a regular weight person, they're like, okay, let's check your throat. That sounds really irritating. People were angry he wasn't like Marvel for. I'm too lazy to find a fork when I eat Oreos. Why do you keep your forks? That it's a hassle to find them. Nice way to not get milk and your fingers in milk. Yeah, it's very useful. Just find Oreos taste unnatural. That's fair. Froggy's bedroom? What? Bunch of— oh! I get what you mean now. I'm still scrolling with chat. I'm a bit behind. See, Froggy got it. Okay, I'm caught up now. That's really annoying me though. What is it called when all the hench people gather and lift heavy things? Is it just like— it's something goofy, right? Like, is it something like iron? No. Steel— really annoying me. I need to get back to studies now. I have 2 to 3 chapters I want to read and notes through for tonight since I'm not home over the weekend. No worries, Barton. Thank you for hanging out and chatting. It was nice to have you here. I hope your studies go well. World's strongest man? I feel like that's not what I'm thinking of, but let me Google it. World's strongest when? I feel like they used to air it on TV and it was called something goofy and I really can't remember now. Maybe if I do like weight lifting competition? Weightlifting competitions near me. No, I don't want to participate. Oh, I'm gonna have to like Google that off stream. This is really annoying me. Okay, let's get back to placing little tiles of houses and fields. Are we gonna participate in weightlifting? Oh god, I would genuinely die. As someone who finds the stairs a struggle sometimes, I don't think weightlifting is for me. Just maybe. I wish I could be hench. That would be so useful. Have you becoming the world's strongest man? Oh, I haven't had a posture check in ages. You guys have been slacking. Imagine not being responsible for my posture. We never saw Abby standing up, guys. That's a lie. I have posted it. Well, I guess the picture I posted once was not me standing up straight, but I've posted a picture of me. Wait, no, I've posted at least 2 pictures in Mike's Discord of me standing. I love what I'm doing, this really feels right, and I love my class too. At the moment I'm just starting as assignment on colonial periods of South America and Asia. It's about the legacy and how the colonization differed in those areas. That's a lot of information. Information. Maybe she's 6'8". I can't even imagine being that tall. I still remember. I don't know why I was thinking about this morning, but I still remember when I was at college. There was one other person in my well, no, that was a lie. There were 2 other people in my class that were like fairly around my height. One was shorter, for sure, and the other person I thought was shorter than me. And for the longest time, I thought she was like slightly shorter than me. And then one time my friend, I can't remember what she said, but she made a comment about like how short I was. And then I was like, well, if I'm so short, what about so and so? And then they were like, no, you're the same height. And I just genuinely kind of had a crisis. I don't think I realize how short I am sometimes. Which I still don't think is that short. It's not my fault that I have tall friends. It's kind of my fault, but also not. I wouldn't trust stairs either, they're always up to something. That's a good one. People with bad posture, SMH my head. I am totally not one of those people. I have a hunch we know who it is, Ronnie. Hey, Truth. How are you? It's nice to see you. I saw that made me stop eating my breakfast. It's just, he can't be stopped. How's your week been, Truth? I'm gonna have to get a drink in a second. Just one part, though I plan on majoring in economic history. The other majors are political science, sociology, and human geography. No clue what human geography is, but still. I'm assuming that would mean, like, towns and stuff, right? I don't know. Human geography. What kind of job are you aiming for? No clue. That's valid. How short are you? 160 centimeters, which I think is... I'm gonna have to Google it. It's so much easier to remember 160 centimeters. Oh yeah, 5'2.5". We need to hydrate. I don't have my water. Okay, should we go on a break? And I can get some water. It always weirds me out whenever I hear like everyone's heights and stuff. Cause I don't know why. I just imagine people at like certain heights depending on their personality. And sometimes it doesn't match up. And then my brain hurts. Do it now? You're so rude. You want to get rid of me? I see how it is. Look, need to get my baby. No worries, Alu. I'll see you in a while. Hope she's doing alright. I use a small bean. Wait, how tall is everyone here? Is everyone taller than me? I can't be the shortest here, right? Oh, I probably am. I don't speak anything other than centimeters. It's just kind of easier to remember. No, 5'2.5". The half is important. How's the Shire? I wish I lived in like a hobbit hole. They're saying that I've never even like watched the movies or read the books. I'm 4'9". I'm about 177. Okay. You're not like too far away. "11 centimeters taller than you." So yeah. I see. The majority of my like friends over here are just tall, and I think that just makes me feel very short half the time. Okay, right. Hang on. Let me reset the timer. That didn't reset the timer. Did that reset the timer? It did. Okay. Let's go on a break and I will get some water so I can hydrate. And we'll do more. Dwarf. I'm above 190? That hardly seems fair. Have you considered getting taller? Thing is, I can't wear heels either. Like, I'm not physically capable. I don't have the coordination. Maybe I'll get like platform boots so I can be taller than everyone. Right, okay, I'm gonna go get water. You guys feel free to go get snacks, drinks, have a stretch. We'll be back in a little bit. BRB. Alright, I know I'm a bit early, but I literally just got water. (6'3". You have like a whole foot on me. That's not fair. Guy in my class is 199. 2 meters tall. I feel it's not just me, right, that feels like people are getting taller. Like each generation. Whenever I see someone and they're like 16, they're always taller than me. You should borrow Diana's shoes? I feel like I wouldn't have the coordination. I'm assuming we're talking about some like real chunky shoes. If you wear platforms, people can't tell you you're short. That's the dream. Oh, that reminds me of a tweet. I'll have to send it to you later, Diana. It's literally like the dumbest tweet, but it's funny. My poor daughter is 4'5" tall and she's the smallest of her class. Aww. It's not as hard as it seems to walk in platforms? Especially if you have some decent quality ones. Interesting. I might have to invest. I say that like I have like any effort to put into my my wardrobe. I don't think I'm coordinated enough. Oh, that kind of works, kind of doesn't. Well, I want to separate that house. That seems kind of rude. Platforms in UK weather? That's a broken ankle waiting to happen. To be fair, the weather isn't that like drizzly where I live. If we ever meet, I'll bring my shoes for you to try. Oh, hell yeah. Or in Norwegian weather, didn't die. Should make a tutorial on how to walk in them using Roggy as your model. That sounds like a good idea. We should like post it for everyone to see though, just because it's such like valuable educational content. How about you do it, Truth? You say that like he has access to platform shoes. Oggy's feet would make my shoes explode. R.I.P. Sure, Pixel has a pair or two he can borrow? Wait, how tall is Pixel? Hi, Skizzy. And you think he doesn't? This is true. I'm sorry for assuming. How's your week been, Skizzy? We're all of the same mind, except me, apparently. She's 7'4", sounds about right. Oh god, 53? I guess we'll just tack that on there. Oh, also. So there's a few new people in the chat. We were talking about online multiplayer games earlier, because I've just started playing Red Dead Online. Never having played, like, any other Red Dead game. I just wanted to be a cowboy, baby. In heels. In heels. Yeah, only when she's playing support class. Actually been pretty good. Work hasn't been too bad. Oh, nice. I'm glad to hear. I wanna be a cowboy, babe. My brother used to say that all the time when he was living here, and he got my mum to start saying it. It was just... it was so odd. Right, I think I'm just gonna have to put that there. Ooh, that's good though. I can chuck that there. It has to match the other one though. Okay. Yeah. So Hollow Knight return? I think Alu wants to like 1v1 you in a race or something. Definitely not my favourite on it. That's fair. Say Monster Hunter, but I don't like it particularly for the multiplayer aspect. Okay. That's fair. Like, I know not everyone likes doing, like, online multiplayer. I love that Vine. I miss Vine. Same. I only just got into it and then it died. Probably Divinity 2. Okay. Talking Hollow Knight and Hades with co-workers last night got me thinking. Must be nice to have co-workers you can talk video games with. I feel like... I'm trying to think, like, if I get a job, if anyone is gonna be able to, like, talk to me about hobbies. So I feel like the majority of people around here are either old or just aren't online a lot. And Still Sword Mode 2, that was it. I would say Overwatch just because I have some very fond memories and I met my best friends there even though I don't play it anymore. That's nice. I still play it because It's just what me and my friend are able to play, and we have a lot of fun doing it. I think... I don't know. Because I don't really play online multiplayer unless I'm playing with someone else. And at that point it's kind of like the main focus is that I'm playing with that person rather than what we're playing. Would Minecraft count? Sorry, I'm just not looking at the game at all. It's awkward to talk nerdy when you're surrounded with non-nerds. I feel like I'm awkward anyway, so to not have like common subjects to talk about is gonna be rough. Even if my future co-workers don't share my hobbies, I'll just force it on them. That's fair. Might enjoy it with friends, but I'm not drawn to it all anymore. That's fair. I definitely only really play it when I'm playing with someone else. But I do enjoy it. I enjoy like, I think I enjoy all roles now. It usually depends on my mood, but I can play damage without having a nervous breakdown. It used to stress me out too much because I felt like pressure. Guilds will always be my favorite though. Oh wait, when did I accidentally close that in? I guess I'll have to do that because I can't connect these two without it messing up. Whoops. Okay, we need one more for this, so we might just chuck it over there. How many more of these? 9. And we have 54 tiles, so we should be alright. Early 40s or late 30s. I feel kind of jealous of my friend because her parents are pretty into their video games. They play like Elder Scrolls and ESO, and they used to play games with her when she was younger. And whenever me and my brother tried to get my mum to play video games, she just did not have the coordination. She'd always end up in a corner, like looking at the ceiling in Halo, just like wondering where she is. I enjoy DPS, but I feel like I would have to mega carry or else I'd be flamed. Yeah, I feel like half the reason I get nervous about playing it is because I'm not like very practiced in it. So I don't play it that often because it stresses me out. Where can I put this? Maybe... Oh, what? Oh no. Sure. You can live there. I don't know what this mess is. I could put that there. Maybe that there. Maybe that. Maybe I can somehow connect all that up. I got into video games because my mum played video games. That's nice. I think my mum played, like, Pac-Man? Maybe? Definitely not, like, any FPS shooters or whatever. She just can't get, like, a handle on, playing stuff that kind of requires the coordination with the joysticks. Like, even when I've tried to get her playing Cooking Simulator, she just cannot figure out, like, where she is in the room and how to move the cameras and stuff to know where she is. It's really odd watching her try and, like, move across the room and pick stuff up. She'll move, like, her feet and then her head individually and then move the wrong thing. Most of my co-workers are 15/20 years old. Yeah, I've never got that where people think, like, video games are just, like, kid stuff. Drawing prompt. Truth teaching Abby how to walk in platforms. Please don't make me draw people. Well, actually. I might have to, like, do that. What time is it? That's gonna take a long time to draw, Roggy. I'm not people, how dare you? You're right, you're a rat. I'm just gonna draw a rat. Abby's mum was begin to quake. I'm trying to think if she said she's played any other games, but the only thing that comes to mind is Pac-Man. Do I draw this now? Is this what's happening? No games. I think it just saves automatically? I don't know. We'll do that. Eva teaching Snail how to walk in platforms? Snail only has one foot. It just has one giant foot. Oh god, this is gonna get weird, isn't it? Okay, hang on. What even is that canvas size? Tolerable. Okay. Zero hesitation, straight to rat. Wow. Bud changed her, it's true. He's a terrible influence. Right, let me... Is it already there? Oh, it is. Okay. Let me... Okay, that should be enough. Okay. Not gonna be too small. Oh, that's fine. Right, let me have a drink and stuff. And then I'll change my category. Either that or Abby's evil cat is putting its plan into motion. I don't even know where she is right now. I don't feel like I belong in the art category, but... Right, so... Concept. Rat. Snail. Platforms. I don't even know how I'm gonna do this. Okay, okay. Am I gonna have to look up a reference of what a rat looks like? Oh my god, they're little feeties. I love rats, they're adorable. My friend used to have rats. She had 2 pet rats. They were very sweet, they used to hide under your hair. So from what I can gather, it's kind of just like this shape, the little feeties. And then little heads. But I don't, I don't know. I haven't drawn in a while, so bear with me while I'm like really rusty. If you have a pic of me standing by, so help me. I'm not that mean. Arden hasn't cropped me that much. Letting me into the world, most likely. Hello! Thank you very much for the gift sub to Truth. Truth, I hope you enjoy the emotes. Thank you, I appreciate it. I still, like, every time I see that number, like 208 subs, it's terrifying. The one you are looking for is that. Okay, but how do I... Okay, first of all, how do I draw a rat? Second of all, how do I draw platform boots? Third of all, how do I draw a rat in platform boots? Teaching. a snail, how would a snail even walk in platform boots? I have so many questions and so few answers. Also, proportion-wise, like how big is a snail next to a rat? Do rats eat snails? Ah, the other day I saw a great stock photo of a snail on a skateboard. Okay. Is there like a... I'm kind of surprised there isn't a picture of a snail next to a rat. Oh, that one? I think that one is eating a snail. Oh my god. I can't believe Automod held that message. Oh, okay, hang on. I'm just... There we go. It held the message because it said we don't like French. Oh, okay. We don't like French food, Abby, so no, rats don't eat French. Okay, okay, okay. Let me just... I might have to... Maybe... Oh, it's gonna be such a tiny snail. From what I'm seeing, they're like... that big. Okay. Okay, that's... I need to go back to a rat standing up. Okay, I forget how, like... the little handsies are so, like, odd. I don't know, like, how to teach a rat teaching someone how to walk. Rats have standards. This conversation has become very odd. Also, how would a snail, like, fail at walking on a platform boot? Because it's just... Hang on. I need so many more. Okay, platform boot. Singular. Wait, how would a snail even fit in a platform boot? It's like that meme where it's like, question, if a dog wore jeans, would it wear it like this or like this? You know, where it's like this or like this. How would because, okay, question, would the snail be in the boot? Like this? Like just hanging out? Or would it just have like the platform and then the boot? Like, oh, can you get can you get platform flip-flops? That would be awful to walk in, right? You could always give the rat little raccoon arms if that makes it easier. This drawing, it just gives me so many questions. I also have good news. I may be getting an apartment. That's cool. That's exciting. Oh, my father, I may rebel, but I know wisdom from you. Like T-Rex arms? Yeah. Make the boot like Super Mario Bros. 3. Hold rat inside one. Wait. Wait, like they both just found a pair of platform boots and they're just hanging out in them? Like, they're just hanging out like this. In these chunky boots. But just one boot? Hold rat inside one oversized boot, stomping people. And by people he means snails? Just one. You're so mean. Okay, we need to figure out how we're doing this. Because it obviously has to happen somehow. Okay, wait. I'm gonna have to start a poll. Okay. Do we reckon that they have custom made rat and snail sized platform boots that they're learning to walk in? Or do we reckon that they just found a pair of platform boots that are human size and are just like hanging out in them? Can we time out Roggy? I can't remember the last time I timed out Roggy. It might be overdue. It's not a French snail, it's a cool snail named Alan. He's from Queens in New York. The hell is going on? I don't even know at this point. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, he boot too big for his goddamn feet, is the general consensus. So, we're going with this. So I could, hang on. How do I do anything? I'm gonna just yoink this fella. Move him up there. Oh wait, no, I have to... The one thing I don't like about this drawing program is there's no way to resize stuff without like ruining the ratio. At least it's only like a little sketch. Okay. And then we'll just start on a new layer. Abby is reliving her nightmare of being stomped by a massive rat. Sure. Thought it was universal, shift drag to keep proportions. I think, I mean, I'll double check, but I think because this is designed for like tablets and stuff, I don't think it does, yeah, didn't do anything with shift. I think I tried all the different things like alt and control and stuff, and it just doesn't. Which is fine, because I don't really resize stuff that often. Oh god, unselect please. Okay, so we'll have the rat in. Oh, I need to look up a boot. I'm just gonna go with like ankle platform boots, because otherwise they're gonna be too tall, and my canvas isn't that tall. I don't know where a good reference picture is. I guess that works. Okay, so have one boot here. I think that's vaguely the right proportion. I don't really know the scale of a rat to a boot. Maybe that's too big, I'm not sure. Maybe scale it down a little bit. Is that vaguely right? And you have the laces and stuff, and then the chunks. Where's the song from? The current one is Dynamite Heady. It's good if it ends happily. The playlist is that. Okay. Platform. Ooh. It doesn't really look like a boot. I might have to get a bigger canvas. I don't know if I can resize the canvas while... No. I shouldn't have done it in a square. Do I recognize it? They had World of Illusion on earlier, which caught my attention. Oh, stretch break. Okay, I might just have to start this drawing over with a bigger canvas. Or scale it down even more. Okay. I could just move that up. That might work. I really don't know how to draw shoes either, so this is gonna be interesting. I think just kind of something like that. And then there will be a snail. Right, I think I should draw the boots first, so we can figure those out. And then go from there. It's already beyond my expectations. If you want to slap a Canadian flag behind the rat and call it a day, I'd say mission accomplished. No, I kind of want to draw this now. Like, this isn't even a drawing to me yet. I feel like we have to see it through. You'll just have to bear with me while I try and draw shoes. Okay. Let's fade those out a bit and then just try drawing a boot. Oh, why is that so small? And then we have the platform. I will make this better later, I'm just figuring out the shape. And then they apparently kind of go down. And do something like that. This already looks wrong, and I don't know why. I don't know what I've messed up. Okay, vaguely a shoe. Kind of. Ish. Might need to make it a bit taller. Yeah. And then other shoes. I like that it's a combat boot for combat rat. They're just hanging out. I feel like I need to make the platform chunkier. We'll see how it goes. And I need to put the eyelets in somewhere until like there. Okay, now I need oh god, I'm gonna have to draw laces. I didn't sign up for this. How does shoes work? Not even equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eh. Fix it in post. And then the chunk. It's not gonna be but it will get the job done. The main focus really is the rat and the snail. I kind of hate this. I feel like this little doodle is better than this. Hang on. What if I just oh god, not that. I feel like this is a better base. This is fine. Hey Abby, how was stream today? So stressful. Oh yeah? Hate raid or something? No, I spent 4 hours drawing a rat named Alan from Queens, operating a giant combat platform shoe because Rocky made me. I'm exhausted. Visible confusion. It's funny because it's true. Right. I feel like I fail when I try and put too much effort into a drawing. The less effort I put in, the better the result. So we're just gonna chill. We're not even gonna look at references. We're just gonna see how it goes. Diana made me blame her, I'm sure. Right. I think first things first. We need to draw the boot as a boot. And then We'll go from there. Yeah, see, I prefer this. It's like in floristry where I had to just like churn out tons of sketches of all my arrangements because it was just part of the assignment. And they always look nicer when I just scribbled them out. At least in my opinion. Oh god. Yeah. Like if you saw those, you'd think, yeah, it's a boop. Maybe though that doesn't even match the height of that. Okay, that's... Okay, now... I feel like the rent needs to be slightly bigger. I'm gonna have to look up the scale of a rat to a shoe. It's just giving me some weird army boots. Stop that. I just want a rat in a shoe. Okay. I think this is kind of to scale. The snail needs to be smaller. Oh god, that's not the right shape. Wait, what is that? Oh, that reminds me of clangers. Wait. Were clangers a thing, like, outside the UK? I don't know. They remind me of... Hang on. How can I show this? Would it be... No? Hang on. That! It reminds me of these guys. Okay, and then we'll put his little hands like that. And then we need a little nail friend. Maybe that big, I don't know. Something like that. Okay, let me have a drink. You ever played Ghost of a Tale? I need to play that on stream still. Why the rat looks like it's wearing a rat onesie? I don't disapprove, just asking. I'm not sure I know what you mean. Wearing a rat onesie. I don't know. And then we need these bits. And then it will have laces. Something like that. I'm still trying to figure out the rat onesie. Okay. I think that's vaguely enough to go on. And then maybe like stitching down here or something. I don't remember how shoes work. The book snail, hello! How are you? It's nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Another snail. Right, let's put this. Should I color it first? I don't know how to draw things anymore. It's been a while. Did you ever play My Brother Rabbit? Let me Google. Oh, that one. The really pretty one. No, I haven't. Have I played it yet? No, I haven't played it yet. I should though. I forgot about that. Did I? I don't remember if I wishlisted that or not. Red. What did I? Green is good. Oh wait, no, it's in my library. Is it not in my... Surely that should be in my stream. Like shelf thingy. Oh, it's not even there. That's why I forgot about it. My brother rabbit. Add to stream. Okay, that's why I just didn't remember it at all. Wait, you bought it for me! Oh no! I forgot! Thank you very much! I will play it sometime. I have a category in my Steam library for all my stream games. And for whatever reason it didn't end up there. Right, I will play that soon. I promise. I'm sorry. Can you believe the snail? I'm so sorry. Right. What color should we do the rat as? Like, is it a brown rat or a grey rat or a in between? Maybe. Oh god, let me pick up the layer. Let me pick it up. That's another thing that is tricky about this. Sometimes it just doesn't let you pick things up. Okay. Maybe we'll go with that color. Yeah, that's cute. I'll just block out the colors vaguely and then we can do the line art. I should probably do the line art first. I just want to get a feel for the colors and stuff. Oh, that's way too bright. Okay. And then shell color. Maybe that? Oh, that kind of blends with the background. Okay, I think we're ready. So, line art, maybe. not mad. I'm sorry. I feel so bad. Oh god, I hate doing line art. Maybe should I just color what I've done already in like a black? Maybe I'm just not using the right brush. Maybe I just use that, like, smaller? Okay, you guys have a stretch break. I'm too busy. But you guys stretch. Oh, this is gonna be tricky with the mic in the way. We'll get through it though. How does snails work? I should know this by now. Oh god. Posture check? That's a good idea. I'm still thinking about the onesie comment. It's gonna haunt me now. I don't know what it means. Why do you look so sad? It's because I forgot you bought the game for me. There we go. They're so tiny, but I mean, it's to scale. Kind of. How do you draw rat balls? Like that? Yeah, that's fairly convincing. They're just hanging out. I might... No, I shouldn't cheat. I should... Okay. Redraw these lines. Yeah. Oh god, I need to move the... Okay. Sorry. Why can't I get that right? There we go. But I don't know whether to do that like the original boot had and then like have this go down like the... I feel like that would make it look more like a platform shoe. We'll try it and see what happens. What's everyone up to, by the way? And what are you doing over the weekend? We'll figure that part out later. Really, this part needs to be... Oh wait, yeah, that's gonna make it look weird if I do that. Let me have a quick Google. Are all of them like... wibbly wobbly? I don't know, some of them are kind of flat. Oh my god, I just found the most terrifying pair of boots. I paste images to this. Look at those boots. My ankles hurt just looking at that. Yeah, okay, some of them are like kind of right-ish. I might just put like a little wobble in it instead of a dip. Watching you playing a bit of Fallout? Oh, okay, what Fallout are you playing? I know Alu's playing the 4th one at the moment. Yeah. Maybe if I go from here. It's weird because they kind of go like that. I don't know how to draw that. Remember when I said I work better when I don't think too much about what I'm drawing? Okay. Sure, that's fine. Waiting for Diana to be ready. Are you guys going somewhere? What do you have planned for the weekend? Nothing much really. I think my mum maybe wants to go out on a walk or something. But that's the extent of my plans at the moment. Okay. Needs to do that really? And then I don't think the treads show up at the front, right? Nah. Okay. Nope. I feel like that's too round. Yeah, it's kind of more flat. I mean, it's very cartoonish. I don't think it needs to be too accurate, but that might be slightly better. Oh no, I drew over the... I might like this. I should have done it on a separate layer. No. That's okay. Thankful that for? Oh, nice. Are you doing anything like specific with it? I can't remember what Elu said he was doing at the moment in it. I know he has like a mega shotgun. Oh wait, no, he said he was going through amusement parks? Why does that look so goofy? Oh god, I hate this. I hate shoes. Okay. Shoe goes kind of straight here, diagonal here, and then like that? Does that look odd? And then you have like that bit, and then the laces. Finished building a functional base, going through some side quests before getting back to the main story. Oh, that sounds nice. I like games where you can build like little bases and houses and things. Especially if you can decorate them. Getting tired of the long loading times? Probably finish it over the weekend to move on to something else, that's fair. I always get caught off guard with Red Dead Online with some of the loading times. I forget that like games just sometimes need a while to load. Because when you're playing like chill games that just never need to load anything, you just forget they exist sometimes. And then it hits me with a loading screen like, oh yeah. Okay. We're getting there. What time is it? I think we could finish this before we end stream. Oh, I forgot the little, like, doodads that they put at the back of boots to help you pull them on. It's kind of in the way of the snail. Maybe like that. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have just drawn one boot like this and then copied and pasted it and mirrored it. Why do I do this to myself? Okay, let's try and pull this other boot. Oh boy. I hope these are like level. Yeah, it seems okay. That's... eh. Then... on that? Is that enough laces though? Wait, maybe I need to do another thing there. And then have that thingamajig that comes down like that. Okay. I think that's about right. And then... yeah. And then I think there's stitching on the other side of the eyelets usually. We'll have... actually no, we'll have... Eh. I'm putting way too much detail in this. Yeah. Probably. I feel like the shoe is maybe too long. I might shorten it. And then gotta do the laces. I don't know why, but this is like making me nostalgic for when I used to wear my steel toe caps for horticulture. I mean, they were kind of like this, but they were just chunkier there and off there. It was so heavy. Every time I got home, it was so weird taking them off because I'd wear them the whole day. Okay, and then oh wait, no, that would be longer. Okay. Weirdly satisfying to draw. Um, for argument's sake, I'm just gonna say the laces, like the ends with the aglets, are just tucked somewhere. I don't want to draw those. Mirelurk creature. What is that? Now it's shell blown off. They're like giant crab. Ah, you know what those remind me of? They remind me of the fellas in Dark Crystal that are all spooky. They look exactly like that as well. I want to say they're called like the Garthim or Darthim or yeah. They remind me of, oh god, that's so tiny. Why is that so tiny? That a better picture? No, that's just a small. Well, they remind me of these guys. That's probably a better picture. It's just so tiny.
Join the millions already
No!
vaccinated. Info at nhs.uk/COVID vaccine.
Okay. Close enough. They do look pretty similar. Okay. Man, I want to watch the Dark Crystal now. I have a combat shotgun with the legendary effect explosive. Yeah. That sounds scary. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, there would be one going down as well. But she can barely figure out what that is. So now I have to draw the other lace without it just kind of blending in. I could do that, but I'll just put it next to the other one, I guess. I don't know who has left like some laced up boots around. I didn't think this through. But it's too late now. Is that the lineup kind of done? Should I bother with shortening this shoe? Do you think it's worth it? I think it kind of does look better. Okay. We'll fix the shoe. Okay, and then redo the treads. God. I really struggle with getting like uniform thingamajigs, like of the same size and stuff. There we go. Okay, I think that's right. And now we just do color. I don't know what color to do the boots. I guess black? Do you have a preference of color, Roggy? Oh, that's not what I want. I just need something blendy. Oh, there we go. Dealer's choice? Oh, don't say that. I'll just see how it goes. I don't like the color that we have for this shell. I like it needs to be less sad. Okay, we're nearly there. This is why you need to like break up your brush strokes, because if you do it all in one go, you just erase everything. Can you tell I'm avoiding making the decision of what color for the boots by doing the treads? Sorry, I know I've gone really quiet. I'm just I'm just chilling out, to be honest. Coloring in, listening to the chill music. Okie doke. It's black too. Maybe we could do blue or something. But black works too. You know what, I'll colour it in, then if we need to, we can colour over it with something. I'm not hating that. I might make it a bit of a warmer black just so it matches the treads a bit better and stands out against the line art. Eh. Okay, nearly done. What time is it? We could do a little bit of Dorfromantik before we end. I might call it a little early just because I barely had breakfast and should probably eat food. I don't know what it is, but I really struggle to eat on a regular schedule at the moment. Okay, let's lock that. maybe make it closer to oh, that's just straight up pink. It's pretty good, much better than I anticipated. To be fair, it's slightly different than your prompt. But thank you. Kind of works. It's a bit purple, but so what even was the original prompt? Hang on. Oh no. It's not in the point redemption. Ah, Truth teaching Abby how to walk with platforms. We've strayed just like a little bit, maybe. I think this is cute though. That it? We call it done. I always forget something when I draw. What did I forget? I mean, I can't see anything. Maybe up that place a little bit. Oh wait, no, I'm doing it on the wrong layer. I think that's alright. Going for some shopping. Thank you for the stream. See you soon. No worries, Roggy. Thank you for hanging out and chatting and everything. It was nice to see you. I hope you have a good time. Take care. I'll see you around. Right. Change the background color. I feel like a lilac kind of color would suit it. Like that, maybe? I wonder... Ooh. Would that work? So I kind of want to get the... If I make it bigger, I kind of want to get the rubber texture. I do that and then maybe reduce the flow a bit. I can never remember what these sliders do. Okay, flow is fine. What do I want? Dilution? I need to stop messing with it. If I do... that? No, that wasn't right. Okay. I will just do it on a new layer. Lower the opacity. It seems too chunky. And that's way too small. Ah! Spacing? Is that what I want? Maybe? I'm not even sure it's worth the hassle of trying to figure it out. Like, does that add anything to it, really? Eh. Now we'll leave it. I think that's done. I guess... should write my name on it. Ah! Why can't I see that? Oh, because it's locked. Oh, I can't remember how I used to draw my username on stuff. I'll do that later. I'll post that in the Discord later on. Okay, I think we're good. I can tick that off. I can also tick off all the hydrates and the posture checks. Okay. Well, I hope you guys like that. It's strayed a bit from the prompt, but I think we did alright. I mean, it's almost time to end anyway, so I'm kind of wondering if we just end now instead of trying to get back into the game. I think that's probably easiest. Should I raid? Honestly, I'm kind of hungry, so maybe we'll leave it. I'll shout a few people out, just in case you guys are looking for someone to watch. Okay. In terms of creative stuff, there is DIY Crossing. They do like models and stuff of Animal Crossing characters. If you want a game to watch. There is Neil, who's playing Sekiro. If you want a just chatting stream, that is Shy Lost Confused. And if you want some competitive games, there is Panther Aaron. I think that just about covers it. But yeah, feel free to go check those guys out. But yeah, we will call it there. Okay. Yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you had a nice time. I think we'll start playing Okami HD next week. So if you've been watching that and you've been waiting for me to start it again, you won't have to wait much longer. Apart from that, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you very much to Aloxi and Alaskan for the resubscriptions. I really appreciate it. Also, Alu, thank you for gifting a sub to Truth. And thank you for all the point redemptions. I had fun with the drawing. And thank you for keeping my posture in check. But yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day and a nice weekend. And I should see you Monday for some more games. So yeah, take care of yourselves and I will see you then. Bye.